Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Lindsay and I'm bringing content on clean beauty and skincare. Today's video is going to be a full face of Lilah products. A couple of them are going to be first impressions. I'm really excited for this video. If you want to see how I created this classic holiday look, then keep watching. Alright guys, let's get started. First off, I'm going to do some skin prep with the Ursa Major Golden Hour Recovery Cream. This is amazing. Love this cream. If you haven't tried this already, at least get a sample of it. I think it's great for every skin type. And I'm also going to be mixing it with the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy just because I have a little bit of a self-tan on right now, so I'm just going to mix this in. I'm just going to do like one pump of this, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that onto my skin. I love the Golden Hour Recovery Cream because it just feels so like soothing on your skin. It's really nourishing but still feels really lightweight, so it's great for under makeup. It's also great overnight. Honestly, I think it's a really good all-around moisturizer. And then mixing in De-Bronzy with that just gives it a really nice glow, especially if you like self-tan your body but not your face too much. It just gives you like a nice even base. So I have all my goodies here. These are going to be the ones that are first impressions. I have the foundation, bronzer, highlighter, and two brushes, which I haven't tried yet. I have swatched them, but I haven't put them on my face. And the other products I'm going to be using I have tried before, so these ones are going to be the first impressions. So let's get started with the foundation. So this is their Marvelous Matte Cream Foundation. They also have a powder foundation, I believe, but this is supposed to be like a cream to powder formula basically. It's supposed to have a really nice natural matte finish. I have the shade Be Natural. This is what the packaging looks like if you guys have never seen a Lilah product. They're so gorgeous. It's all glass, feels so luxurious, and also very sustainable, which is great. So this is what the foundation looks like. I think it would be really cool if they sold like refills because their compacts are so nice. Like it would be nice if you could just like refill the products. Maybe they will do that in the future. So let me read you the little description it says on the back. It says, this lightweight creamy formula feels like a liquid but transforms to a powder matte finish, giving you a natural flawless complexion, perfect for all skin types. I'm really excited to try this out. I've heard good things. I'm also going to be using their retractable cream foundation brush, which is what they suggest that you use for the foundation. This is what the foundation brush looks like, super cute. This would be like perfect for travel. It's just like a mini kabuki brush. So to apply this, it says apply with a brush, swipe into foundation and buff into skin. It says you can also use a sponge, which I might try in a different video, but just because I have the brush out, we're gonna try it with the brush first. So I'm just gonna go ahead, swirl in and start applying. I'm not sure how much to get on my brush here, but it looks like I have a pretty even layer. Wow, that has a lot of coverage. Definitely more than I was expecting. This brush is super soft. So first impression so far, that was so easy to apply. It was just like so creamy. The finish looks like basically nothing on my skin, but it did like pack a good amount of pigment. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side of my face. I think this color is a pretty good match as well. Alright, well, I'm really impressed with how that applied. I love how it's looking. It looks like so natural on my skin and gives a lot of pigment. I definitely wasn't expecting it to look like this because it is a cream foundation. Usually cream foundations can look like a bit heavy on your skin. This one feels so lightweight. It looks really nice. I'll go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see like how it looks on the texture on my skin. So this side of my face has the foundation on and this side doesn't. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish the other side of my face. So this is definitely the most beautiful finished foundation I've had on my face. It's not clinging to any of my texture. I did exfoliate before this, so I don't really have any dry patches. So I can't really explain if it would cling to those, but it gave me a really nice amount of coverage. You need like the smallest amount, like just one dip into that foundation. I feel like it just spread a lot of pigment all over my face. It looks amazing. If you can see from the close-up, it is just like a cream to powder formula. It doesn't feel like anything on my face. Like I feel like it set itself because like it just feels like a really lightweight powder foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second layer just because I have some blemishes and we'll see how it layers on itself. Well, that layered really beautifully. I love how it goes on the skin. I don't even know how to describe it. It's really creamy, but it's almost like so lightweight. It's like a powder. Definitely a really interesting texture foundation. It did layer well upon itself. I feel like with 2 layers, definitely really full coverage. With 1 layer, it's definitely a medium coverage. You could build it up to a really full coverage if you needed it to be. Looks really beautiful on the skin. I'm interested to see how this wears, but so far I'm really loving how it looks on my skin. It looks really natural. Also, I feel like this brush did an amazing job at applying it. It kind of just buffed it in, gave it a really full coverage. I'm interested to see how it would apply with a sponge. It might give you a little bit of a lighter coverage. Might try that in a different video, but yeah, really love the brush and the foundation so far. So let's get on to the next product. They do also make a concealer. I don't have it though, so I'm gonna use my Cloven Hollow Conceal and Correct. As always, I'm in the shade 02. I'm just gonna go a little bit under my eyes just for a little bit of brightening. I actually like to let this concealer sit on my skin for like 30 seconds before I blend it out, because I feel like it just sets it a little bit and it gives me a lot more coverage. I don't know why, but don't let it dry all the way because it'll be really hard to blend out. But if you just let it sit on your skin, it's so beautiful. And I'm just using this mini Eco Tool sponge. I'm actually gonna go back in with the foundation and using a sponge and just try to like cover up these spots a little bit more. So I'm kind of obsessed with how this base is looking so far. Like, I'm freaking impressed with that foundation. I did not think I was gonna like it this much. It's so unique in how it applies and how it looks on your skin. For a cream foundation, definitely check that out. But I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eyes with the Juice Beauty Phytopigments finishing powder. I don't feel like this foundation needs to be set because it does like almost dry to a powder finish, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's almost like it feels hydrating, but it doesn't. It's so hard to explain, but it's a gorgeous finish. Like I said, I don't feel like I need to set it, but I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. I'm actually gonna set the sides of my nose and my chin as well, just because I usually get oily there. But if you don't have oily skin, you could just leave this foundation on its own. I feel like it would last a pretty long time. Moving on, the next product I have here to try is their Bronze Beauty. This is a bronzer duo. So this is the shade Be Sun Kiss. So this is what it looks like. These both have a little bit of shimmer. Maybe this one doesn't. They both have like a very slight shimmer to them, but they're so fine you could barely tell. This is just like a darker one and this is a lighter one. I'm gonna go ahead and swirl them together. I also have their retractable bronzer brush here to try out. So this is what the bronzer brush looks like. Really fluffy, really soft. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swirl both of the colors in like I said, and then go ahead and apply. That's really pretty. I really love the tone of this. It's not too warm toned or too cool toned. It's kind of just like the perfect shade to give your face a little bit of warmth. If you were lighter, you could probably stick to this lighter shade, but I feel like they were really beautiful mixed together. I also feel like it's really buildable and it's not like too pigmented, so you can build it up to more if you want to. There's like a very slight shimmer to it. You can barely notice it though. It just gives you a really gorgeous glow to your skin. Alright, the base is going very well so far. Love the bronzer as well. Went on super smooth, a really gorgeous color. Next we're going to move on to cheeks. I'm going to be using the Be Lovely Divine Duo Lip and Cheek. These are amazing. I've talked about them before. This product I have tried before. It's a really amazing lip and cheek product. They last so long on your cheeks. If you ever tried a cream blush and you kind of feel like it fades off during the day, this does not fade off. They're so pigmented. You need the smallest amount and they last forever. They don't pick up on any powder or any foundation you're wearing underneath. So amazing. If you haven't tried these, definitely check them out. They have a bunch of gorgeous shades. I'm going to be using the same Eco Tool sponge just to dab it on my cheeks. I've also used a stippling brush with this as well. It works beautifully either way. Isn't that so pretty? I'm so obsessed with these. They're so pigmented too. I feel like I have to dab off like most of it before I even apply. but it's just so pretty. Okay, moving on to my last first impression, it's their Glisten and Glow Skin Illuminator. This one is a bronze pebble, which is extra gorgeous. This is what it looks like. It's a light champagne color. Can we just take a second for this packaging? I'm so obsessed with it. I'm just gonna go ahead in with my fingers and apply this on my cheekbones, and we'll see how it looks. The texture of this is creamy, but it's also like it's very silky as well. It's not too thick of a cream. So they did send me these products, but all of my opinions are my own, obviously, and I'm really freaking like surprised at how much I'm loving these products. Go in back with the sponge to like mesh together the blush. This highlight is really cool because it is a cream, but it almost, just like the foundation, it like dries to a powder. So it's really nice to apply and doesn't feel like super heavy either. So that was all for our base, not even exaggerating. I'm obsessed with how it looks. It looks so like non-cakey on my face, but I did use a generous amount of product, so I'm really surprised about that. Love the brush. Bronzer is beautiful. Highlight's beautiful as well. I like the highlight. If you have dry patches, it might cling a little bit to that, but other than that, really love the shade. Love how it applied. But it's been a little while. I also noticed that the foundation also dried to like a complete powder finish, so it doesn't even feel like a tacky foundation anymore. It's just like completely dry powder finish. So that's amazing if you don't want to use a setting powder. So Lilah B also makes I think it's called their A-Glow face mist, something like that. I haven't tried that, but I've heard good things about it. If you guys have tried that, let me know if you like it. But yeah, they do have that mist if you want to check that out. I do not have it, so we're just gonna skip setting mist. But for my eyebrows, I'm gonna be using their Be Stunning Palette Perfection Eye Quad. I'm actually using this matte shade right here. I feel like this is a really perfect shade for my brows. These shadows aren't super pigmented, but I actually like them because they're super easy to work with. If you're like a beginner in makeup, or you like aren't that experienced in eyeshadow, this is like a really good product to pick up. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap into that and then just do my brows. I'm gonna zoom you guys in for the eye portion of this. So I thought I'd keep the brows and the eyes pretty simple for this look, just because we're gonna be doing a bold lip. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just fill in my brows. I'm not gonna worry too much about the shape of them, kind of just filling in any sparse areas. Oh yeah, if you guys have darker brows, you could actually use this matte brown shade. These two right here, these are matte. This is like a lighter brown, this one's a darker brown. If you have like medium to dark hair, this would be a good one to use. I actually sometimes mix both of them as well, just for a little bit of a darker shade for like my arches. And I'm just gonna go ahead and like brush my brows up, because I'm gonna go for a like fluffier brow look for this makeup. Alright, moving right along to eyes, I'm gonna use that same matte lighter brown shade I just used for my brows. I'm just gonna start running that into my crease as a transition shade. Like I said, these shadows aren't really that pigmented. They do have a good amount of pigment to them, but they're not crazy pigmented, which makes them really easy to work with and really easy to blend out. Usually you think of an eyeshadow that's not pigmented as not being good, but I actually like how these aren't super pigmented. Next, I'm going to be taking that darker matte brown and just focusing that on the outer V and more like precisely in my crease for more definition in my eye. On my eye, not in my eye. They also make a lot of other like pretty combinations of these shadows that I've seen online. I think they have like a greenish one, more of like a purpley one as well. I might have to pick another one up because I really enjoy this. They're super versatile. My battery's about to die, so we might have to have a brief intermission. Good thing. Got a bar of chocolate right here. My battery says it's dying, but it actually lasts a pretty good amount of time once it says that. Like the other day it was dying and I actually filmed like a 30-minute video, which was surprising. So maybe we'll get through this one. Let's see. I don't have a backup battery, so I have to charge it and then come back and finish filming, which is kind of annoying for like longer makeup videos. Definitely have to pick up an extra battery. That would be helpful. I'm just really blending this in to make it seamless. So I have their, I'm not sure what this is called. It's one of their eye brushes though from Lilah. I'm gonna take that same matte brown shade right there and really just focus it into my outer V and create a lot of definition. I actually really usually have a hard time with dark browns like not blending out well, but because this one isn't like super pigmented, it's really easy to work with and really easy to layer upon itself and blend seamlessly. Alright, I think that's looking good. Next I'm taking this shimmery, more warm tone brown, and I'm going to be doing basically the same placement, sort of this outer V, but I'm going to be putting it onto the like outer part of my lid as well. Alright, that step is done. I'm going to move on and use this lighter champagne shimmery shade. I'm going to put this on my lid as well as my brow bone and then the inner corners as well. I've also used this shade as a highlight before and it's really pretty like on my face. I'm going to apply these shadows with a brush for more of a like softer look. But if you go in with your finger, I'm going to do that with the lightest shade just to get a little bit more pigment on the inner corners for some brightness. So the last step for the shadow, I'm going to be taking that warm shimmery brown shade I used before and just do it more on the inner lower lash line. The shade is a bit more warm, which is why I'm doing it on the inner corner just to bring a little bit more warmth to the look, and I feel like warm tones just bring out my eyes a little better. So you can leave the eyes just like this if you want, but I'm going to be taking this dark brown shade again and doing a little bit of a wing just to bring my eyes up and open them up a little bit. Again, like I said, you don't have to do this step, totally optional. You could do black liner if you want, really just like customize it to how you wear your makeup. I know everyone's different, like I'm a huge eyeliner fan. I wear it almost every day, but if that's not your thing, just go ahead and, you know, do your thing, girl. For my mascara, I'm going to be using the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extension Mascara. Love this mascara. It works so well. It gives me super long lashes. It is like one of those tubing mascaras, so you can't go too crazy or else it looks a little spidery. But I love how it looks with just like one really even coat. I feel like it's really hard to put mascara on without making a stupid face. Alright, mascara's on. We had a little bit of a mascara situation, smudging everywhere, but emergency crew came in, cleaned it all up. We're good to go. On to the lips. I'm going to be using, I don't have a red lip liner, we are doing a red lip, but I'm going to be using a Red Apple lipstick liner in the shade Barely Pink, which is a really dark pink. Like I said, if I had a red lip liner, I would use this, but I'm just going to use this for a really light lip line. I do usually overline my lips, especially the bottom, just a little bit. Not too crazy though. Alright, last step is going to be lips. I have a little sample here. It's one of their Divine Duo Lip and Cheeks in the shade Be Fearless. I don't have the full size, but this is a little sample I got in one of the orders. This is just a really gorgeous, like just your classic red. I'm going to use a lip brush and just go ahead in and fill in my lips. Right, lips are done, look is complete. Really had fun creating this makeup look for you guys. I love how it came out. Definitely a very classic holiday look with this bold lip. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a like and a comment below if you've ever tried any Lilah products. Let me know what your favorites are, or if you've never tried them, let me know what product you would love to try. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.